guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're taking a look at the Transformers Generations Prime Wars Trilogy exclusive Repugnus and Counterpunch. Now, before I talk about these, I'd like to credit the Transformers Slag Podcast Discord, specifically General Techno, for reporting this. That's basically where I saw it, and with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting off with Repugnus in his Beast Mode, and I think it looks okay, but I'm just not that into it. It seems like it's got too much kibble. This is a remold of the Double Cross and Grotesque figure, which to some people is going to be alright, because he's not really meant to look clean. He is this kind of monster-looking thing, but I don't know. I just feel like all this is kibble with the arms hanging off the back. Not necessarily that, but the legs sticking out from the bottom, it just doesn't really work. It kind of ruins his silhouette, which is weird because he's not meant to look clean, but I don't know, just doesn't really work out for me. However, what I do like is the little monster insect arms. I think that's pretty cool, and the head design looks good. I would have liked to seen a bigger head sculpt for this, but I think for what it's worth, it's alright. Another thing that I don't like is the massive amount of yellow on his torso. Now, that's saved in the robot mode because you've got the insect arms that cover up the chest. However, in this mode, just would have been nice to see a little bit more of that red into the mix. Taking a look at the robot mode, we also have the swords, which transform into the wings for his insect mode. The head is pretty much just yellow. There's basically no paint to it. But it seems to have the same Titan Master gimmick that the other monster bots have, so you could potentially swap this out with the previous Repugnus figure if you want more paint. The design overall is actually pretty decent. I do like the fact that the chest is formed from the insect arms. That's something that the original Generation 1 toy had. I like the blades. I like the overall aesthetic of him. I think it's fine. There's not really much else to talk about because it is mostly pretty much the same as Double Cross and Grotesque. So if you like either of those two figures, I think you're going to love this. Anyways, moving right along from that, we also have Counterpunch. Now, taking a look at his vehicle mode, it looks fantastic. Although, I get the sense that this is a remold of a previous figure, and I'm not sure what. The wheels just look too familiar. I don't know what it is, but if you guys know, comment below, but I just can't put my finger on it. The overall aesthetic of the alt mode looks very nice. I like the blue, I like the front of it, I like the detail. There's one thing that I have to criticize, and that is the transparent windows, which is unfortunate because you're going to see some robot kibble inside that. Other than that, I'm not going to really complain too much on that. It's not a big deal. I like the overall aesthetic. It's got some Prime Master posts on the back so you can attach stuff to there if you like that. Overall, looks fantastic. Taking a look at his first robot mode, because he is a spy, so he can switch to an Autobot design and a Decepticon design. And is it just me, or does the head sculpt look familiar? I'm going to talk about that in a second. There is one thing I need to talk about, and that's the knees. They do look weird, they have these giant gaps, but I get it. I understand why, considering he has to transform into the Decepticon, which is basically a reverse version of himself. So basically, the legs have to bend both ways. I like the idea that he's got red hands instead of blue because the other mode has to switch the hands. I like that they kept that. I like the fact that the front of the car just hangs off the back differently compared to the Decepticon mode. I like the torso. It actually kind of reminds me of the Nightbeat and the Bumblebee from the Generations Thrilling 30 line. And is it just me, but does the head kind of remind you of Thor from the Marvel comics? I don't know, it's just, it looks like it's got the gold hair and the helmet and everything. He does have the yellow gun, which looks alright. Just overall, he looks pretty cool. If it was just this, it would be another generic Transformer into the mix. I would think, oh yeah, it looks cool, but not a big deal. But we also get the Decepticon mode, which looks fantastic. I like the fake chest and how it transforms smaller compared to what the actual alt mode has. And looking at the toy, it kind of reminds me of Sunstreaker for some reason. I'm not sure if that's just me. But looks very cool. I like the helmet. I like the fact that we get that Decepticon look to it. I like the fact that it's mostly blue in this mode. I like the fact that the details on the legs change out, even though they're pretty much just the opposite side. Still retains the same gun. I would kind of like to see a different weapon, but that's alright. Or a weapon that could transform. Not a big deal, just something that I would like to see. Overall, the aesthetic is nice. Again, I like how the front of the car jet out differently compared to the robot mode. Just looks really cool. So, yeah. Again, you have that problem with the knees, but I can accept it considering how he transforms. So, overall, what is my opinion? Which one would I really like to get? The Repugnus figure, well, I don't have the other two monster bots, so not a big deal. I kind of want to get the Twinferno or Double Cross, whatever he's called. Grotesque looks cool, but if I'm not getting those, then Repugnus isn't really a big deal. Would be nice to get him, but nah. The Punch Counterpunch, however, I really want that. I think that looks cool. I've been waiting for a Punch Counterpunch figure. However, I'm kind of saddened that this seems to be an exclusive figure and not something that you'll see in just a general retail. Because I think that's what we need. We already had a Punch Counterpunch figure that was already an exclusive a while back. And that seems to go for hell price online. Thank you, scalpers. But with that out of the way, that is pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I will see you guys next time. Quick update, I went on to TFW 2005, and there's more images of the packaging and the Prime Masters that are going to be in the set. The first one we're going to take a look at is Repugnus, and it looks pretty cool. You can see the other monster transformers in the background. Very nice. And then we've also got Punch Counterpunch, which also looks pretty cool. I really like that. The packaging is the same thing that we got with the Blast Off set. Now, with the Prime Masters, Repugnus is going to include a exclusive deco of Solus Prime, and then Punch Counterpunch is going to include an exclusive deco of Prima Prime, so that's going to be pretty cool. So I just wanted to say that. With that out of the way, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.